Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Monday. I'm happy to finally be back. I managed to hurt both of my eyes pretty badly this past weekend, and I wasn't even able to open them for the majority of the time. So it's good to be able to see again. I'm finally healing. They're healing good. And so I'm back here making another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some holdback crested geckos and some that are going to be up for sale here in the near future. This is just another kind of part 2 to my last video showing you some geckos that I have that I think are pretty interesting. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video with our first gecko here, Delilah, just like the song. Hey there, Delilah, something, something, New York City, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this girl, this girl's not a Lilly White, but she has a lot of nice white pattern. She's pretty small right now, somewhere around 5 grams, but she is definitely my favorite up-and-coming breeder of the year, I would say, or favorite gecko, or one of them as far as high whites go. You know, I'm always trying to build up a collection of these, or like the white wall animals. You can tell just by looking at her that she is not a Lilly White because it's not so thick. It's more of a flat white, but it's still there and it's great, and I love her. And I'm hoping it's a female and not a male. That way I can pair her with Vector eventually, who is another high white male. But speaking of Lilly Whites, this is one of my favorites as of recently. This is Diablo. I'm not sure if this is a male or a female as of yet, but he or she is about 15 grams or so. And you can see got a lot of coverage going on and a very crisp white too. If you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know I have a full-grown male breeder named Avalanche, very big male. And he has a lot of pattern, but it isn't necessarily super duper white like this one is. So I'm hoping that maybe this one will be a male and I can kind of have 2 really nice male Lilly White breeders with high coverage. So this one's definitely going to be staying for a while. I'm really excited to see how this one develops, and I love just watching the Lilly Whites in general as they develop and get more pattern and color. Next up on our list here, we got a beautiful red female. You can see that she's got a nice red coloring all around, and she also has some nice white spots going on either side. And I've been hoarding the red geckos in general, but I'm starting to let go a few this year, a few adult males. I don't think I'm going to be letting any females go just because I would really like to start focusing on some of these reds, especially with the white portholey kind of spot thing. I know I've said that for a couple of years now, but I'd really like to take it seriously, so I'm going to be holding back some of these females and mixing them in with some of my other red males. But I am going to be letting go a few red geckos this year that are more patternless from previous years, since I didn't really have any this year to sell. But this is a beautiful female, and while we're on the topic of red females, let's take a look at another gorgeous red female here. You can see she's very similar to the last one we just looked at, but she has a little bit more spots on her side. And the whole kind of pairing, this is from Enzo and Apples. A lot of these geckos had these nice red and white spots on the side, which I think really makes the red pop. And it's nice to just have a little bit of pattern in there, especially since it's nice and white. And I guess since we got all of them going, we might as well take a look at the last one. This is the same sister to the other one, a half sister though. This is from Enzo and Julia. You can see this one doesn't have as many white spots, but it's still got a beautiful red coloring. And the reason I'm hoarding a lot of these is because, you know, hopefully in the future I can mix these in with other things too, like Lilly Whites, high whites, and I'll just have some very bright red animals to mix into other projects along with their own projects too, which I think will be really cool in the future. Now I thought I'd throw this guy in here because he is a sibling to the other red females, but this is actually a gecko I'm going to be letting go and is actually up for sale as we speak right now. I have 5 adult male crested geckos on my website for sale, 3 of them being these kind of red ones, and then I have 2 other extreme harlequins and a lavender harlequin for sale right now, all adults. So if that's something you're into, you can check out my website. But this guy right here, beautiful gecko, not quite as red as the females that I have, but still red enough to, you know, be a nice red gecko. And a lot of these males are getting harder to find, it seems, on MorphMarket. There's like no adult patternless red male geckos. There's like hardly any patternless red geckos, period. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But this guy is beautiful. He's got some little white spots going on, and just an overall nice red gecko. And to cap this video off, let's just take a look at 2 more little Lilly Whites. These guys are pretty small yet, but you can see here, this is kind of like a, what I would call like a tricolor Lilly White. Got a little bit of pattern coming in. I mean, these guys are pretty small. I'm guessing around 4 grams. So they got a long ways to go. But this one's got a nice little orange color going on. A little bit of pattern coming in. You got the Lilly White, obviously. And I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty nice gecko when it gets older. So I want to showcase it in this video. And I will have some baby Lilly Whites available for sale. Probably majority of them in fall, but maybe a few in April. So be on the lookout for that. But let's take a look at a different Lilly White. This is kind of more like another extreme, kind of like Diablo I showed you in the beginning of the video. Obviously Diablo is a little bit bigger, but this guy is going to look probably pretty similar to him when it gets a little bit bigger. It's going to be a little bit lighter, it looks like, maybe not as dark as far as the base color goes, but still a very nice Lilly White at the end of the day. And with that being said, I just wanted to make this short video showing you guys some holdback Crested Geckos. I hope to see you guys in my next video, and like I said, I do have a couple Crested Geckos for sale on my website currently. And with that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.